Hi there, and welcome to this review of the One Way UK Daily Devotionals for the week ending 24th of January. And what a week it's been. It's a week which has matched the turmoil in the world, because that's what we've been reading about, the prophecies of Jesus relating to the end times and his return. And we see reflected in the world around us in the terrible disasters that took place, the natural disasters in the Philippines and in the Midwest of the United States last November, and the terrible flooding that there's been in the UK over Christmas and the New Year period, and the extreme coastal damage that there's been, the political unrest in the Ukraine, the political unrest and bloodshed that's taking place in Syria. All these things are mirrored in what Jesus said would happen with a world in turmoil through natural signs and, of course, through the activity of man. And they're not the only places, that's just scraping the surface. So what are we to do with this? I mean, some people were getting very excited about the death of a rabbi in Israel the other week. The gentleman was 104. And the point was that amongst papers he left behind was indication that he believed that he had met with the Messiah, Jesus, and that Jesus had said that after he died, the rabbi died, that is, Jesus would return. Well, that's surely going to happen, but the point is that the imminent return of Jesus is not something for us to find by looking up a calendar or looking up signs, because we're meant to live as if his return is imminent the whole time. Paul said an interesting thing, and you'll find it in Romans 13:11. And from the New Living Translation it reads like this: "Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed." Now, if Paul was writing that, which he was, so like, 1900 years ago, 1900 years ago or more, then how much more does his warning apply for us? Because as it says in the English Standard Version, for salvation is nearer to us now than when we first believed. So that really is the message of the week. The message of the week is Jesus is coming soon. And that it doesn't matter when he's coming, because we are meant to live our lives as if he is coming like this evening, this afternoon, tomorrow. It's not even a question of Jesus may come next year, next month or next week. But today is the day of salvation. Today is the day that Jesus could return. And that's the way we're meant to live. A sobering thought. Well, it's a cry, as Paul said, as translated in the New Living Translation. Wake up, because this is reality. And yes, Christians have been living like this for over 1900 years, but then that's the way they're meant to be living. And many haven't. Many have fallen asleep. And many have said, "Oh, I don't think this will ever happen." And that is not true. It will happen. We don't know when, but we do know that we're meant to live as if today is the day of Jesus' return. And that obviously would govern how we live our lives. What do we devote our time to? So on and so forth. Whatever you're devoting your time to, have a great weekend. And provided that the Lord tarries, as they say, I look forward to being with you next week.